Well, I'm going on holiday tomorrow, so this will be the last review I'll be doing for a while, for a couple of weeks in fact, and it's going to be something a bit out of the ordinary. I'm going to look at a loader game, specifically Load and Play, which was lesser known than the Invader Load, and also for the first time in Mastertronic Chronicles history, I'm going to review a carrier bag. So I picked up this carrier bag off eBay a few weeks ago, and it was given away, I believe, at a trade show in the 80s. It's quite difficult to fit it all on the camera there, but it's quite a large bag. As you can see, it's Mastertronic branded, and it says, "Does the secret of the missing Mastertronic tapes wait for Sam Shovel?" That's Sam Shovel, who appeared on some of the early Mad game packaging, and he's tapping on the door and there's a sinister face behind the door, and if you flip the bag over to the other side, the story continues. And it says, "Right, Maggot Puss, but first tell me, who is your boss and where are the Mastertronic tapes?" And as you can see, he's face to face with that character. So not much more to say about it. It's a nice little curiosity. Couldn't resist picking it up really, even though it cost me a few quid for basically a carrier bag. So that's the carrier bag review. And we're going to move on and review Load and Play as mentioned. Load and Play was on only about half a dozen Mastertronic releases. Chromazone is the one I'm going to load up. And basically it's a loader game much like Invader Load, just something to do while the game is loading. So Chromazone is loading, and hopefully the loader game will pop up in a moment. So here you go, as you can see, basic instructions: load and play, press fire on a stick in port 2, kill the crawlers with your inertial pulse spheres or electric reflexes, it's kill or be killed. Just like Invader Load, the music's by Rob Hubbard, this time taken from Phantom of the Asteroid, and the game itself is by Richard Applin, as you can see there. So let's get on with the game. So it's basically rather like a Jeff Minter Grid Runner style game. I don't know what's happened there, I've died. But it's not really entirely obvious what you're supposed to do with the game. I just keep crashing into stuff. So it's got the sort of Minter-esque style graphics. I don't know, I just keep going around the edge of the screen and getting killed. Oh dear, and again. It's over very quickly. So you're supposed to bounce the pulses around the screen to try and zap stuff and not get zapped yourself, which is rather tricky. Yeah, what happens if everything's just closing in on you there? It doesn't seem possible. Oh, you can leave little mines behind as well. Interesting. Making some progress here. You can actually leave mines behind, I think. That, what's happened there? I don't know where I've gone. Oh, there I am. Yeah, it's a bit peculiar. It's definitely not as good as Invader Load, and you can see... Oh, game over. Game over because the proper game itself is probably loaded there. Yeah, so as I was saying, not as good as Invader Load. Another little curiosity, but nothing more really. At least it kept you occupied while the game was loading, if only it was to work out what the hell you were doing. So I'm not going to play Chromazone, I've already reviewed that, so that's it until I come back on holiday. So expect a next review sometime in the second week of June.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
2, 1, 0.